You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't.
Okay, thanks, Santa. Yep, fourth wall. Doesn't exist.
How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nichisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two like an upside-down Y. The river flows from top to bottom from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but it never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river. Even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the ninth letter of the alphabet. But I am also zero. No, that's not true. I'm not really zero. Not yet. Perhaps you could say that I am less than zero. Zero is my future. In 9 years, I will be zero. Where did she go? June. No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Why is Clover? Oh shit.
Freeze.
Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take the gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either. But he just looks drained. Guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
he can't go through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? The hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit, we gotta do something. You can still get through the door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... No, this isn't gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. Maths! Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she's writing. Let's see. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7. We can leave if we leave Lotus behind.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she'd figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Well, what the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
Without, if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, all right?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Bad?
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Okay, yep. Thanks, 7. You know how to talk to the women.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, all right? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
You're all idiots.
We know. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can see you're about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but...
Yeah, the numbers didn't work out.
I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier, at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
Have we tried scanning everyone and just pulling the handle and seeing what happens?
Why? The digital route should be 9. It has to be 9. Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see. Why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Scan everyone.
Yes, that is what I said.
Yep, we should have a digital route to 9 and we can't open the 9 door.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole 7 popped out 9 years ago. All we can do is stand and stare at this door with a 9 on it. Guess this is it. This is the end. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What was he thinking? What was he feeling? Let me read that again. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I watched him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. It was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off in the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I find myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp on what was happening in front of me here.
Come on, over here!
That was my brother, Owie. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long, straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl was watching them began to cry. "I want to go home," she cried. "I want to go home." Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It had been 2 hours since the nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 four-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the girl that's very definitely one of Lotus's daughters at the bottom of the screen? I thought we could.
But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 four-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way.
The 4 things for the clover.
Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before had gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found the door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with the 9 on them. We found them in the chapel, split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time, it was the only one. But if there was only one door, it meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
my brother Owie swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room, and everyone began to scream and cry. I know, say everyone, I'm about to fucking sit here and cry in a goddamn moment. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, the door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 said it did. The 4 of us who stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. We came out to the other side of the door of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Owie, Snake, and 7. The other children were the ones who had gone through door 9 before us were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upwards like a tornado. Eventually I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they caught up. That was when I realized.
Oh, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to. Did she get confused with what time period she was in? Whether she... Because she said Jumpy, so did she... I had to go back. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of it. I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me, up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom... The door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongao. Gentaro Hongao. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled the corners off his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongao's hand clasp over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me!
Skipped over that, my bad. I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongao to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongao. I'm very aware that my pronunciation of that name keeps changing, but...
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me to the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
And suddenly...
Akane!
The door to the stairs flew open. My brother Owie burst out of it. Behind him came 7 and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt forward towards Hongao.
You came back!
I cried out. But then...
Ah,
You're too late, idiot.
Hongao threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked towards the open number 9 door. Hongao stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. Those fists never reached Hongao. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongao glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. With them both under the scanner panel, 2 asterisks appeared above the red. He checked the screen and tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 of the doors slid shut as well. Faintly I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in
Oh god, we're in Junpei vision. This ain't good.
18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it.
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
Oh yeah, no one did explain it to Lotus, did we?
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise, I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But...
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
Probably not from inside, Lotus.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor. It's moving. What else can I say about it, but...
What the hell is that?
What is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kinda did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Ugh. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Gah. Hey, we're all tense, lady, but that don't mean you gotta shove people around.
Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Huh. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle, how do you work? Oh man, there's that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes? Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face. A frightening, evil face. It was Hongao. How long had he been watching me?
Oh, don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongao, and then struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongao left the room, he scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face of my bracelet showed a 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I heard Honga's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes.
Man, Ace, you really are a fucking asshole, aren't you?
I imagine it will be very painful.
His horrible laugh echoed across the room. Even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I hate to be that guy, but like, you could put password in as the password. I feel like I can see from here. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
What was I going to do? I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating. My blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me! Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus didn't understand. I think Clover and Snake had an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. Now, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck. Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Jumpy!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
That's her. She's there! Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
Oh, you're not reading this one out. Okay. Akane, are you in the incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant.
Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister, to save Akane.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Chubby, we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it.
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all this means. I know why the nonary games was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is... Zero is... Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her no matter what.
Incineration will begin in...
I swear to God, if this game ends with the password is password, I would flip my desk, but there are too many things on it.
6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, all right? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, all right? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake telling them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way!
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Let's have a look at this thing. I've got numbers all over the grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. This area isn't going to accomplish anything. I just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Please tell me I'm not timed. The final secret way out! I swear to God. If this is the answer to this fucking game, then... Fucking hell! Please enter password. Nope. Shit. God damn it! I have to type the whole thing out again. Well, never mind. Password? I'm inputting a password now then. Are there any hints? What the hell am I supposed to put here? This screen appeared after I solved the last puzzle. Maybe the hint was in that one?
Yes, that's it.
The password was 9. I ain't even mad.
Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I'd had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while I just lay there, laughing and crying, and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, my heart would burst. I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
I can't quite believe I did that. But I'm so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
It's not a fucking phone, Junpei!
Oh, of course, that's fine.
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I know he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were 2 bracelets Honga had left behind.
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your life, guys.
Junpei, are you...
I'm a fucking psychic, Seven.
Okay.
No.
Shut it.
Right. Okay, maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing's holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
No. God damn it! Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. And again! Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. The hell is going on? 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 9. That's what the thing popped up said. Got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect! So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course! That's what the numbers showed up on the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it! The number door is in a 9. It's not even a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit, of course! We just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they can trust me on this one or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go.
Verify your numbers on the red.
Verify?
Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, thank fuck. Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, not now. No time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. Shit, we gotta find the dead! And there goes the door. No, don't come yet. You're not done. We're still gonna find the dead. Oh, thank God.
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, this guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her that we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name even though my voice was almost gone from screaming and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelets began to count down to my death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to it and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we'd call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time to get moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running! If they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red.
2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. So we got 15, 20, 26.
2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
It's a G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, that makes 7. Never mind.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
Oh,
Q.
26.
And what does that mean?
wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q. A fucking lowercase q!
Oh. This game. This game with all of its cleverness.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell in my body is dying for air. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, I can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a fired rifle. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Finally, we all stopped for a rest. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes, we're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big, heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and a Kane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. Oh God, it's so bright I can't see anything. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. It gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. We were finally able to escape from the gigantic. In the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Virtue's last reward. Yes, finally! Air! Gah. Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh. I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait.
No way.
You've gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
We're in the Q building. In the middle of Nevada.
Building in the Nevada desert.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, there's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I've ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. Guess we'll never really got a good look at the underside of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing else that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
Jumpy.
Guess I must be pretty crazy about that girl if I'm thinking I'm hearing her voice in the wind. And we end there? I don't know if that's much better than... Never mind. No, that was... Oh, boy. Oh, fucking boy. This game. I could sing this game's praises to fucking... I don't know, hell and back. Speaking of hell and back, Snake's got some sick cult robes, but... Yeah, this game is so fucking good. I feel like I sat a bit too long and sat like, what's the final password? Apparently it was just a 9. I tried all 9s, I tried password, I tried several other things, and I'm like, none of these work. And then I just put 9 in, and I'm like, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this game is so good. I don't have words! The only words I have are, what happened to Aoi and Ace? That's the only question I have at this moment in time. And also, if we change the... Never mind, I was going to say, if we change the past, did we change the future? No. That's not how this game works, I'm pretty sure. Well, one thing's for sure. Virtue's Last Reward's definitely the next thing on the bill. Probably, as I say, alongside Recoded. Did we see... I don't remember seeing that picture of Junpei being all beat up and shit. Maybe I did, maybe we didn't. I honestly can't remember.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert going past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake 7 and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. Clover can drive?! Really?! I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
God fucking damn it. Why did we let the yandere drive?
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, 7?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out.
Okay, so they are still here. Good.
There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Wait, so did he just put Ace down? Is that what happened?
Sure thing.
Oh, shit! God damn, she doesn't have to drive so fast. I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes at the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them, furious.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy sprawled on the ground with her face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the holes in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I... Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Oh, good. Santa didn't put him down. Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
He's in the... Okay. Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. Looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares about what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
Oh, that's what he meant when he said I'm surrounded by monkeys. Because he can't establish faces.
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
Yeah, don't cap. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing.
Oh yeah, we never really did finish that up, did we?
What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. And during the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Honga has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist.
Yeah, could have figured as much.
9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck.
Or does she exist then if you found the coffin and nothing else?
There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae.
Mandrake?
I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Sopu. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongao. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Yeah, there was a so we've got the coffin, and in the coffin was mandrake root.
This is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit into his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Good job, Junpei!
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June, then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe.
This is so goddamn sweet.
So I give this. It me. So we always together.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
That was the doll she was clutching. Yeah, the one that she dropped and she was clutching during the final puzzle moments. Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell into June's tiny yarn body.
Jumpy, I'll never forget you. I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down towards the horizon. The last golden ray of sunlight stretched across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of everything. Just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and the Carne. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? I did query this. Like, even if it's... I didn't think tapping into the morphic field could change the past or future. Because it breaks every fucking rule of space-time imaginable, surely. Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then... how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven... he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or... wait. Maybe it's not that maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. What was you told me the truth, Seven? Was what you told me the truth, Seven, even? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
Huh? What?
Hi, Alice! burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arms held out in a thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. End. Oh, so Alice did exist. Did she become June or something at the end? I don't fucking know. Don't forget your towel. Oh, would you like to save the info obtained during this playthrough at the save the game? The thing will... Okay, so if I save here, does that give me both things, or... Yeah, that gives me coffin and all ice. Cool. Pun not intended. And, well, with the exception of the one scene which we didn't see, but I doubt it makes much difference, we're done with this game. Oh boy. This was... I skipped over that. I doubt it was important. This was quite the journey. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about this. We've seen it. So, let me go over some thoughts I have on the ending. I mean, I passively made a joke that I thought June was 0, and then, like, the more the game went on, I'm like, oh god, it is June. But at the same time, it wasn't June in the way I expected, which I loved. I love, like, you can sort of work this game out, but you're right for the wrong reasons, and then you just have your mind blown in a completely fucking different way. Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Actually, I'm Santa. Ah, okay, this is a preview of... I get it. So, what happens... I think what these are... You get this one for achieving the ending I got... The first, air quote, proper ending, where I got first. Like, the end is it. And then you would have gotten this one after you've gotten the coffin ending, I assume. Preview B. But, yeah. God, I just love this game. This game is fantastic, and as I said, I can't wait to start Virtue's Last Reward. I think that's the other game on this disc. Disc in air quotes. But yeah, I really don't have much anything to say of it. Words. Why are words so hard for me when things are great? Or when things are bad, words are also terrible. Let me drink coffee and see if I can organize my thoughts. The other thing I sort of hope wasn't incredibly obvious. I had to record this finale over 3 separate nights, which really bums me out. A, because I was sat playing it and I'm like, I want to finish this game. But honestly, like, my days are weird because I really just don't have a time where I have like 3 hours to sit and record, which I wish I did. I have to do it like an hour at a time, which, yeah, kind of sucks. Especially when you get to the end of a game like this, and it's like, oh god, finish it, please. Tell me how the story ends. But no. God, I can't get over how good this is. I'm going to be sat thinking about this for the next goddamn fucking week. In fact, as I said, I was sat at work and I'm like, 999, I can't get it off the brain. How's this going to end? And then it ended like this. And I mean, the game ended with the final puzzle. The password was password, and the final password was fucking 9. Which, I mean, guess it fits. I think I looked up briefly online or something, and people said that they changed it for this version of the game. The original final puzzle was just a Sudoku, which, honestly, I would have face-palmed less at, probably, because I'm quite good at Sudoku. The ancient Japanese art of puzzle solving. We're doing this again. I'm gonna let it play. Fuck it. Why do I know? The ultimate question that saved this game. Why do I know these things? Yeah, this... I really wish I could put into words how great I think this game is. If I had enough time and, like, some paper, I could write probably down why I think this game is great, but... Yeah, like, most of the characters were... Well, all of them were well written, I will admit. Lotus kind of fell off at the end there, but that's because she wasn't involved per se 9 years ago. It's just because her 2 daughters went missing. So she was kind of just there, sadly. We never found out what the other... Did we find out what the other twin's name was? One was called Noah, and I don't know if we got the other one. We probably did in the submarine ending, which is actually when we found out about Lotus, but... I don't know. Anyway... Thank you guys for watching this Let's Play. Like, I know it's been running alongside Birth by Sleep, and I know it's not been the most popular series compared to Kingdom Hearts, but my god, this game was fun. This game was fun beyond belief, and I wish I had, well, I have the rest of the franchise to play. I have Virtue's Last Reward and Zero Time Dilemma, which I've heard, like, Zero Time Dilemma is a very mixed it's not as good as the first two is what I've heard, but I'll get there when I get there. But yes, next comes Virtue's Last Reward. I think it's Virtue. I can't check from here. God damn it. Hold the phone! Just pressing the middle button on... It's okay, it is Virtue's Last Reward. Just pressing the middle button on the thing and then panning down here. Why the fuck is the Pharaoh in the next game? Also, there's like a female-looking snake, a more ragged-looking... a more ragged-looking snake, a very female-looking Santa, an older Junpei, a more girly Clover, which I didn't know could happen, and then, like, 4 other characters. A cowboy's one of them, apparently. But, yeah, that's all by the by, and we'll get there. I was doing my thanks. Yeah. As I say, thank you all for watching this series. I say, when it goes up against Birth by Sleep, it's obvious what the crowd favorite is, but I fucking loved this game, and I loved playing through it, and I'm probably going to love the other 2. So, if you like this one, if you like the first one, well, the second one's coming up. Although, if I'm 100% honest, it'll probably be after Birth by Sleep. Which there's not much left anyway. I don't care, Axis. But yes. It's time to finally end the episode after about 3 hours that were put into this. 3 hours over 3 different nights. I'm kind of sad that it's over now, but again, we get to go into Virtue's Last Reward, so whatever. Thank you guys for watching this Let's Play. If you liked the video in any capacity, give the video a like down below, leave a comment on, I don't know, what were your feelings when you first played this? I'd love to know how many of you, like, worked this shit out before I did, or, like, before the point that I feel like I did. I made a joke that, like, no, it's gonna be June, it's Spike Chunsoft, it's just what they do. If you've played Danganronpa, you know it's what they do. Unless it's the third one, in which case they fucking ruin your life. And if you want to keep up to date with when Virtue's Last Reward starts airing, or you'd like to watch Birth by Sleep, even though most of you are probably watching that series and not this one, consider subscribing to the channel. It shows me that you actually like this shit that I put out. Whether people like it or not, I'm still going to keep doing it. It gives me a purpose. If without this, I'm just a madman talking to myself in my room. But that's all by the by. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Nyx. And I will see you guys for Virtue's Last Reward. Laters!